You guys, I caved in. Today I'm doing World War III by Kanye West, and it's gonna be a wild ride because this song is so controversial. It has been removed. The lyrics has been removed from the Genius website, so I don't even know. Like, how can they remove the lyrics? I don't know. Free speech? Also, I do not think this song is as controversial as people make it out to be. I mean, there's many more things that he does that are way more controversial. Like, half the thing he says, like, you'll see what I'm saying, okay? So it's gonna be really hard to just talk about a lot of things because I have to tiptoe around it. A lot of words, like, the word that starts with an N and there's a Z in there too. So I don't want to say that word either. I don't want to say, so I'll say Naruto or something, or nugget. You just have to understand what I'm talking about. I'll put something on the screen, but I don't know, should I do that? Because I don't want to get banned. And also the dictator names and everything. I'm just gonna say whatever comes to my head. So you just have to understand. Okay, so let's get started. Um, he starts with, she wanna hop in a rari. I mean, it's a girl. She wants a lifestyle. There's nothing really to talk about here. He's talking about wealth, desire, before shifting into the chaos, right? Also, can we talk about how good the music is? I really like the music in this song. I wish the lyrics weren't so out of place. Okay, so the first controversial line that he starts with is, they telling me that I'm a bully, anti fully. And then he says, they say I'm acting like Etchler. How can I act like Etchler? Okay, I can't see, you see, I can't say half the words. Um, but what he's saying here, that how can he be a dictator when he's been racially discriminated against and he belongs to a racialized community that has gone through so much of oppression? He's saying, how can I be a dictator? How can I resemble somebody who has hurt so many people and who was so evil? How can I be that person when I belong to a racialized community? I belong to a racialized community. He's saying that he's black. So it's kind of a contradiction. He's sort of like defending himself. Like, how can I be like, you're weird. Like, I'm not anti S because I am literally somebody who belongs to a community that has been going through so much, and I am the person who understands struggle and pain and being discriminated against. So maybe he's talking about that. And then he's like, they told me to get off Twitter, which honestly, I think he should. He just says a bunch of shit on Twitter, and he's fully aware that he's just pushing the buttons, but he just doesn't. He likes to create drama. I mean, that man, when you have so much attention, you're in the limelight, you don't want to lose that limelight, I guess. Now, then he talks about he voted for Trump, not Biden. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna go into politics. I'm not gonna talk about who's he's voting. But then he talks about um some people know some people that go to that island. Why would you go to that island? So I think he's talking about the Epstein Island, which I'm pretty sure he is. And he's saying that, why the hell would you go to that island? That's disgusting. Like, he's saying that that's not me. I'm not that disgusting person who would go to an island like that and do criminal activities. He's showing no sympathy in here. And then he says something about the Grammys, which is, honestly, I understand. He's saying that the Grammys are fake. He doesn't like those, and they fake. They're super fake. Everything is bought out. The reward, the status, the substance, everything is just fake. It's like, I understand when there is a wealth disparity. Like, of course there's going to be wealth disparities. People are going to not all be rich. But the problem becomes when the wealth disparity is so large that a family can't feed their kids for lunch, and then there's people who are gifting their children Prada purses and Fendi, I don't know what, for their birthdays. The disparity is really, really large, which makes it a big problem. Like, people are at war, people are dying. I know it just sounds horrible, but like, in a situation like that, you're just going on and like having Grammys and dressing up and talking about how your dress was made by 3,000 workers and they spent 25,000 hours on that. Like, it doesn't really help. So I totally understand how he talks about, he's gonna defecate on Grammys, because, I mean, I understand. Yeah. And then he talks about, oh my god, he says he's rocking S tickas because all his brothers are the Z's. So, again, but I think he's not claiming it though. He's saying he's rocking it because all his brothers are like this. So maybe he's saying that it's not a Z supporter, but people he knows are. There are people who are like this, and he's saying all the people around him are like that. And then he says, reading Mein Kampf, I don't care what book you read. I mean, don't you need to read how the villains think, how narcissistic people think? So I think there's nothing wrong with reading a book. Historians and professors, everybody reads every kind of book. To be honest, I don't even think it's that chaotic of a song. People do find different kinds of meaning in the song. I don't think it's that controversial. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, because I really want to understand where people are seeing a problem, because a lot of things he says on Twitter are far more controversial than this, and even just outright wrong. So I don't really know about this. This is all for this video. I might just make a longer video about it. I don't know, not this time, because I'm really trying to shift from my other channel, because I do have another channel where I talk about more philosophical, like life advice kind of stuff, but this is more of a chill account where I'm gonna talk about all sorts of art, movies, TV shows that I like, and I gain so much from these things, right? So it'll be a good exercise to talk about these things, and on this channel, if you're interested on these things, that's what I'm gonna post. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys soon for the next one.